What's going on, LABPOD family? Prince George here, back with Baby Camden, episode 8, in no particular order, series of the LABPOD. We will be continuing this theme of confidence, and I'm sharing segments of my life when it comes to my journey and confidence in the context of my purpose, getting great at my purpose in life. And I left off speaking on my wife and myself leaving South Florida and that experience in South Florida. Go and check out the last episode. Leaving South Florida to, at this time, we were on our way to Southern California and in Orange County. And I embraced a couple things. I knew that ministry was going to be challenging. My purpose was going to be challenging. So I embraced it. I go, if it's this challenging, yes, I can do it. So that was check. And then I knew we were going to a bigger fellowship as well. So I knew that we would get help with marriage, etc. We would have people around us. And that was a big check as well. But I still lacked a lot of confidence in my ability to do ministry. Wasn't there in South Florida for too long, and I just felt like there were a lot of things that I could have done better, shoulda, coulda, woulda, etc. But that's where another opportunity comes in, and that's what I was getting in Orange County, and that was my mindset. I go, let me focus on the things. If ministry is going to be this challenging, let me focus on the things that I can control. So I started to compartmentalize ministry. And I go, what are some things that I want to grow on? What could I have done better? And now I was going to a safer environment to learn these things. And I think the biggest thing that I wanted to grow in was my ability to transfer my heart to someone else. Not just preaching and speaking, but to give conviction, to give my heart to someone else, and to have them receive that in a powerful way. And I do believe to do that, you do have to grow in all these things. How to become a great orator, how to become a great speaker. There are do's and don'ts to communication. And it's different. It's different learning this stuff in the classroom versus experience, doing it, trying. Seeing what worked, seeing what did it. And I think that was the biggest thing, though, me going into Orange County, and I wanted to build my confidence in that space because I knew that was something that I could control. And so what I did was, and I'm very grateful for the mentor of my life at that time, Baby Camden. Hey, you're being too loud, Baby Camden. He gave me a lot of opportunities to speak. I was doing college ministry at the time, and hey. I was doing college ministry at the time. Okay. Hey man, I am sorry, but I'm back. Got a little rowdy, but he loves you guys. And so I was doing college ministry at the time in Fullerton, and I would just get a lot of opportunity to speak. And it's a very painful process, but when you're learning and you're growing in something, the best accountability is the accountability that you want. So what I would do after certain speaking engagements is I would ask them, how did I do? And he would have a list, and one thing in particular that he pointed out was all the fillers that I would use in my speech and in my speaking. If you guys know anything about communication, oh, you ready to come back now? Okay, well, you gotta be quiet, buddy. Fillers can take away from verbal communication. So what's a filler? They're fillers in speech that take away from you getting to the point and communicating your point effectively. And in my nature, this was tough for me because I was coming from a place of slang. That was the majority of my speech prior to me, even as I got involved with the church. I still used a lot of slang because I wasn't up in front a whole lot. And so this was a habit that I would have to build the hard way through speaking, giving myself over to this process of someone giving me feedback as far as how my speech went. And that was just a recurring theme, all of these fillers in my speech. And so there would be times where I go, I nailed it. You know, you kind of black out when you're up there. You just get so excited. And he goes, nope, you said this. And I'm like, oh man, do it again. Okay, said do it again. And it was so awesome. This probably went on for about a good, I don't know, half a year, 6 months, 7 months. I know, baby candy. I call him baby violence sometimes. And one of my last speeches, he goes, one of the best speeches I heard from you. And there weren't a whole lot of fillers. Now, what's the point? There's so many other aspects when it comes to preaching and speaking, but that was just one that I could control. It was one I could control. How many fillers that I would use in a speech. And what's awesome is that gave me a lot of confidence to go, if I work at this, I can get better. I get better at this. And that's the case with anything. But it built my confidence, just one part of speaking that I could use for the next challenge when it comes to speaking. And as a whole, if I can get speaking down when it comes to ministry, that's one less thing I have to worry about when it comes to being able to give my heart to someone else. Stay tuned for the next episode 9. We're going to continue this theme of confidence, and I will share some more stories when it comes to my life. Much love. See you guys soon.